Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In this second lecture of week 10 for the course Applied Linear Algebra, today we are going to learn about vector product or cross product of two vectors. So, dear students, cross product of two vectors. The cross product of two vectors is a two-dimensional concept. It is a vector expressing the angular relationship between the vectors. It is a vector value as an operation of two vectors with the same number of components. Let's say we have two vectors A and B. If A magnitude and B magnitude represent the length of vectors A and B respectively, and if theta is the angle between these two vectors, then the cross product of vectors A and B will have the following relationship: magnitude of A cross B is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. So dear students, note that cross product or vector product of two vectors at that product which give result and vector. So without magnitude of A cross B, results will be in vector form. Now, cross product of two vectors, geometrical interpretations. The geometrical interpretation of cross product of two vectors. Given the characteristics of the cross product of two vectors by the relation magnitude of A cross B is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. Now, we can interpret three possible conditions. Number one, A cross B. A cross B actually a vector which is perpendicular to both the vector A and B. And number two, magnitude of A cross B represents the area of a parallelogram determined by these vectors as adjacent sides. Number three, if A and B are parallel vectors, then the cross product of these two vectors is equal to 0. Now let A and B be two vectors and consider the parallelogram that the two vectors make, then A cross B magnitude is equal to area of a parallelogram, and the direction of A cross B is a right angle to the parallelogram that follows the right hand rule. Note that for I cross J, the magnitude is 1 and the direction is K. Hence, I cross J is equal to K. So, dear students, note that according to this rule, this is actually A cross B. This A cross B is represented this vector. And you see over here, this vector is perpendicular to this vector also, and this vector also perpendicular to vector B. So the cross product of two vectors or vector product of two vectors give a vector which is perpendicular to both that vectors. So A cross B is a vector. This is A cross B. A cross B represent this vector. So the A cross B vector is perpendicular to vector A and perpendicular to vector B, and you see over here in this picture, this is very clear. This is actually suppose A cross B. So this vector is perpendicular to vector A and also perpendicular to vector B. So A cross B is a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. Now more generally, the magnitude of the product equals the area of a program with the vertex with the vectors for sides. In particular, for perpendicular vectors, this is a rectangle and the magnitude of the product is the product of their lengths. The cross product is anti-commutatio and distributio or addition. Now the cross product vertical green, this vertical green changes is the angle between the vectors, between these two vectors, which is presented by red color and black color. So the cross product, this is actually the cross product. The cross product changes the angle between the vectors, this red vectors and this black vector. Now another definition of the cross product, suppose we have a vector A with the components A1, A2 and A3, and another vector having the components B1, B2 and B3. Now the cross product of these two vectors A cross B is equal to A2 B3 minus A3 B2 I plus A1 B3 minus A3 B1 J plus A1 B2 minus A2 B1 into K. To calculate the cross product more easily without having to remember the formula, we using the following determinant form as you see over here. This is actually the cross product of two vector. So by using determinant we can find the cross product of two vector. A cross B is equal to determinant of I, J, K. In the first row, standard unit vectors lies in the first row, and in the second row, components of the left vector A is in row number 2. This is left vector A, and this is the component of left vector B. And left hand side we have two vectors A and B. So in the second row there will be the components of the vector A, and in the third row there will be the component of vector B, and in the first row there will be the standard unit vectors I, J, K. Now expanding this determinant with respect to any row or with respect to any column, we calculate the 3 cross 3 determinant as follows. Note the alternation in sign. A cross B actually is equal to I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 minus I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 plus I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. So dear student, this red color represent that if we want to expand this determinant with respect to first row, then using the minor matrix and using the cofactors, first of all I, and the minor matrix will be A2, A3, B2, B3. I have already told you the expansion of determinant with respect to any row, any column in the previous lecture. So with respect to first row we obtain I, and this is the minor matrix, and minus J. Now for J, delete the first row and second column. For I, delete the first row and first column. We obtain the minor matrix A2, A3, B2, B3. And now minus J, J lies in the first row and second column. So delete the first row and second column. We obtain the minor matrix A1, A3, B1, B3 plus K. So delete the first row and third column because K lies in the first row and third column. So we obtain plus K into minor matrix A1, A2, B1, B2. Now by cross multiplication, A2, B3 minus A3, B2 minus J into A1, B3 minus A3, B1 plus K into A1, B2 minus A2, B1. Now properties of the cross product. Let A, B and C be vectors and K is a scalar. Then A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. I have already told you that the cross product of two vectors is anti-commutative. This is anti-commutative. But for the scalar product, we know that A dot B is equal to B dot A. But for the cross product, A cross B does not equal to B cross A, but A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. So A cross into B plus C, we can write A cross B plus A cross C. And K into A cross B, KA cross B is equal to A cross KB. And 0 cross A is equal to A cross 0 is equal to 0. And A cross A is equal to 0. Why A cross A is equal to 0? Because if we use a determinant, then the first row and the second row will be identical, and we know that by the property of a determinant, if two row or two column are same, if two row or two column are identical, then the determinant will be equal to 0. So A cross A is equal to 0. Now geometric properties of the cross product. Let A and B be a vectors. A cross B is orthogonal to both A and B. For example, given the vectors A is equal to I minus 2j plus 3k and B is equal to minus 2I plus 3j minus k, show that the cross product A cross B is orthogonal to both A and B. So dear students, in this geometrical property of cross product, we know that A cross B is orthogonal to both A and B, mean A cross B vector is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. How we can verify this property? By a simple example. First of all, using determinant, find the cross product of these two vectors. And when we find the cross product of these two vectors, suppose the cross product of these two vectors represented by R, A cross B is equal to R, and using the dot product of A with R, if the dot product of A with R is equal to 0, then R will be perpendicular to A, and if the dot product of vector B with R is equal to 0, B dot R is equal to 0, then we can say R is perpendicular to vector B also. Now cross product of rectangular unit vectors. For the cross product of rectangular unit vectors, I cross I is equal to J cross J is equal to K cross A, K is equal to 0, and I cross J is equal to K, I cross K is equal to minus J, and J cross K is equal to I. We have a geometric definition of the cross product. A cross B is equal to A magnitude, B magnitude, sine theta, n cap, where n cap is a unit vector. Why we put here this unit vector? Because we know that the vector product is a product of two vectors which give result and vector. So if we do not put this unit vector, then the remaining quantity is a scalar. A magnitude scalar, B magnitude scalar, sine theta scalar, then A cross B give a scalar, but this is wrong. A cross B give result in vector form. That's why we put here the unit vector. So by putting this unit vector, actually we want to present the right hand side as a vector quantity. And in this expression, theta is the coplanar angle between the vectors A and B, and n is a unit vector. A vector with magnitude 1 called a unit vector, and normal to the coplanar form by vectors A and B. This definition shows that the cross product is a measure of how perpendicular two vectors are. When A is perpendicular to B, then sine theta is equal to 1, and the cross product is maximum. Alternatively, if A is parallel to B, then sine theta is equal to 0, and the cross product of these two vectors also equal to 0. Now, I have already told you that A cross B magnitude is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. Now, you see over here in this definition, A cross B is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta in cap. But where is the unit vector in this expression? Because we take magnitude on both sides. So magnitude of A cross B is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta in n cap. The magnitude of n cap is 1 because n cap represents the unit vector. So A cross B magnitude is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. And A cross B is equal to 0 if and only if A is equal to KB. A cross B equal to 0 mean two vectors are parallel, because sine 90 is equal to 0 and A cross B, then A cross B will be equal to 0. So if A cross B is equal to 0, if and only if A is equal to KB, mean that is if the vector A and B are parallel, then A cross B will be equal to 0. And for A cross B is equal to 0, then the angle will be 0, sine 0 is equal to 0 and sine 90 actually 1. So if A cross B is equal to 0, then sine, it's mean that the theta is 0 and the vectors are parallel. And A cross B magnitude gives the area having the vectors A and B is its adjacent side. So this is actually the application of the cross product of two vectors. Magnitude of cross product of two vectors give area of a parallelogram, and if we divide this result by 2, then this give area of a triangle. So dear students, in the previous video lecture I have already told you about the scalar product of two vectors. The scalar product of two vectors A and B denoted by A dot B, that's why the product called dot product, and A dot B is equal to A magnitude B magnitude cos theta, and A dot B is equal to B dot A. And similarly, the cross product or vector product of two vector also called cross product, because the vector product of two vector denoted by this cross symbol, that's why this product called a cross product. And the cross product of two vectors is given by the formula A magnitude B magnitude sine theta n cap. Why we put here this unit vector? Because this unit vector represent that the result of A cross B will be a unit, will be a vector quantity. So dot product of two vector denoted by A dot B and given by the formula A magnitude B magnitude cos theta, and the cross product of two vector A and B denoted by A cross B, the vector product of two vector A and B denoted by A cross B and given by the formula A magnitude B magnitude sine theta n cap. And note that A cross B does not equal to B cross A, but A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. So simply we can find the vector product of two vector by using this formula. So taking the magnitude of left hand side A cross B magnitude is simple equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. So we can find the cross product of two vector by using this formula. A cross B is equal to by using this formula A cross B magnitude is equal to A magnitude B magnitude sine theta. But how to find this A cross B in the left hand side? So if we have angle, then we can easily find the A cross B magnitude, putting the magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, and putting the value of a angle theta, and calculate. We can calculate simply the magnitude of A cross B. But A cross B can also be found by using this determinant of properties. So we can find the cross product of two vectors by using the determinant, and in the determinant the first row contains the standing unit vectors, the second row contains the components of vector A, and the third row contains the components of vector B. Now expand this determinant simple by any row or any column, and we can easily obtain the cross product of two vectors. And for the cross product of two vectors, note that cross product give result in vector form, and this vector will be perpendicular to vector A and vector B. So you can verify how we can prove that that the cross product vector is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. First of all, find the cross product by using this simple determinant, and suppose A cross B is equal to R. So we can prove that that R is perpendicular to vector A. How we can prove that R is perpendicular to A? Simple, take the scalar product of A with R. If A dot R is equal to 0, then R will be perpendicular to A, and if B dot R is equal to 0, then R will also be perpendicular to vector B. And now this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.